Hello everybody and welcome to another DAC Band Productions video. In this video we'll be reviewing the brand new Lionel 4427 hopper cars. And we'll be looking at two different road names. They came out with a Conrail road name and also a Cargill road name. I'm pretty excited to have these particular hopper cars, and if you're running a grain facility, these are definitely a must-have. So we'll review both the Conrail and the Cargill. So we'll take a closer look at the Conrail and the Cargill Lionel 4427 hopper cars. These were just released. So let's take a closer look at the Conrail version first. I like the fresh, crisp graphics, and the car looks very good. It would probably look better with some weathering for those of you who like realistic rail cars. But let's take a closer look at the decals, and that CL16A would be a designation that Conrail actually gave their hopper cars. I'll try and go closer or slower so that the words come up clearer in this video. And of course they feature die-cast trucks, die-cast couplers, and the thumbtack coupler as well. They do have rotating wheel bearing caps, as you can see them moving. And again, for those of you who like prototypical stuff, they probably would look great if you painted them blue, which would designate a truck that got work done to it. So let's take a look at the different ends of the cars here. Now, as with the Lionel cylinder hoppers, the Lionel hopper cars also seem to have very well detailed air tanks, air plumbing. Very nice. And I'm trying to pan slow and steady for you guys, so you can see all the detailed piping. They really did a nice job. They did the same thing on the last run of cylinder hopper cars. They put a real chain, miniature chain on the brake wheel. I really like that. Look at the detail, ladder work. Those handrails look like they're individually applied to me. The nice detailing and the rivets. I mean, Lionel really did a nice job on this hopper car. I really liked the etched grading. It looks so realistic. Let's take a look at the other end of the car. Well, while we're here, we might as well look at the handrails on this. I mean, I'll give you a close view of that. I mean, those handrails are definitely not molded in. And here's the other end of the car. This end of the car does not have air piping. That was pretty typical. All the air tanks and piping are on one end of the car. I definitely like the fine, detailed fine details of this thing. I'm pretty happy overall. Let's take a look at the undercarriage of this. Alright, so here's your undercarriage. None of the hatches on this car open, but I'm not going to get excited over that. The top hatches or the bottom hatches don't open. And as you can see, the individual springs in the car, you can actually see the silhouette there of the springs. Alright, so here is the Cargill version of the brand new Lionel Cargill 4427 hopper. We'll go ahead and look at the, I mean, it's going to be the same details, but I want you guys to see the graphics on this one as well. And LO is an actual hopper car designation, by the way. See the letters L and O. And there's your, there's why they call it a 4427 hopper car, because the hopper car holds 4,427 cubic feet. And as you see, the weight limit, capacity, load limit, load weight. And once again, these cars, from my research, these yellow Cargill cars with the white logos on the end, they were around during the early 70s. So if you're modeling grain facilities during that time, these will be up your alley. A lot of them survived through the 80s, but I don't know if there's any still left or not of these particular ones. But once again, they did a nice, I mean, I really like and enjoy this etched platform grate. I mean, they absolutely did wonderful. I mean, it would have been nice if the hatch on the top opened, but like I said, I'm not going to get excited over that. Besides that, the cars which do have opening hatches, a lot of times you end up breaking them anyway. So most of the people just leave them closed and don't even open them. Here's the end of the Cargill car. Once again, all the air piping, air tanks. Definitely a nice addition. And like I said, this particular Cargill car is prototypical to the color scheme of something you would have seen in the early 70s. And I'm not sure how long, you know, after that time period they were around for, but you could definitely find pictures of them around the early 70s era. All in all, I am impressed with the Lionel 4427 hopper cars. These are scale, by the way, so if you're a high rail layout, these will be a nice addition to your layout. And if you're in the green facilities, these are definitely a plus. And Cargill was one of the, or is, it's still in business today, but Cargill is one of the biggest names out there besides ADM. So I would highly recommend these brand new Lionel scale hopper cars for sure. Alright, so we added the Lionel Conrail and Cargill 4427 hopper cars to this Conahay Rail train number 55, which pulls loaded cars out of Farmingdale Junction. And so we're going to get rolling here.